Ancient Roman love charms, bizarre methods for finding romance. Tick from a dead dog. The ancient Romans had a rich culture and a plethora of rituals, which included various love charms and spells designed to attract or maintain the affection of a desired partner. One such spell involved using the tick from a dead dog rubbed on the loins to attract someone at the baths. Before we proceed further, don't forget to subscribe to the Roman Chronicles. Let's get back to the video. The spell was believed to work through sympathetic magic, a principle based on the idea that like attracts like. In this case, the tick, which was known for its propensity to cling to its host, was thought to transfer its clinging nature to the person using the charm, making them more attractive to their desired partner. The tick used in this spell was likely a common species found in the Mediterranean region, such as Rhipocephalus sanguineus, the brown dog tick. As you explore ancient Roman love charms, bizarre methods for finding romance, we invite you to consider the parallels and contrasts with our own society and its approach to love and attraction. The ways we pursue love and connection may have evolved, but the yearning to understand and influence these powerful emotions remains as strong as ever. Ancient Roman art and mosaics occasionally depict dogs and other domesticated animals, showcasing their importance in Roman society. While specific depictions of ticks may not be common, they can be inferred from the presence of dogs in these artistic representations. In the context of the spell, the dog from which the tick was obtained was considered significant, as it was believed that the dog's loyalty and devotion would be transferred to the person using the charm. However, there was potential risks and side effects associated with using this method. Ticks are known vectors for various diseases such as Lyme disease and Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Rubbing a tick on one's skin could increase the risk of infections, especially if the tick was carrying pathogens. Additionally, ticks can cause allergic reactions in some individuals, leading to itching, swelling, or more severe reactions like anaphylaxis. The ancient Romans may not have been aware of these risks, but modern knowledge of ticks and their potential dangers highlights the hazards associated with using such a love charm. Despite the potential risks, the use of the tick from a dead dog in a love charm is a fascinating insight into the ancient Roman beliefs and the lengths people would go to in their pursuit of love and affection. The Iron Ring with Harpocrates seated on a lotus. Harpocrates was a god in ancient Egyptian religion, adopted by the Greeks and subsequently by the Romans. Originally named Horus the Child in the Egyptian pantheon, the Greeks mistook his symbolic gesture of bringing his finger to his lips, a sign of childhood, as a sign of silence. As a result, Harpocrates came to be regarded as the god of silence, secrets, and confidentiality in Greco-Roman mythology. The ancient Romans, in their love spells and charms, sometimes utilized an iron ring with Harpocrates seated on a lotus. The lotus was a powerful symbol in itself, representing rebirth and the sun, both of which were closely related to the mythology surrounding Harpocrates. The belief was that shouting magical words at the moon while wearing this ring would invoke the powers of Harpocrates and the moon, a celestial body often associated with love and desire in ancient mythology, to help the seeker win the object of their affection. The use of iron in the creation of the ring also had symbolic importance. Iron was associated with the planet Mars in ancient Roman astrological systems, a planet that symbolized desire, action, and determination, qualities that the wearer hoped to embody in their pursuit of love. Archaeological finds have revealed numerous examples of iron rings from the Roman era, some of which feature images of Harpocrates or similar deities. The exact design and intricacy of these rings would vary depending on the wearer's wealth and status, and the skill of the artist in creating the ring. However, the benefits of this method could be as double-edged as the iron ring itself. While invoking Harpocrates and the moon might have provided psychological reassurance or even a placebo effect, shouting magical words at the moon could potentially attract unwanted attention. In a society where superstitions were rampant and public image was crucial, such actions could lead to social embarrassment or misunderstanding. Furthermore, as with many magical practices, the effectiveness of the spell would largely depend on the belief of the user. making it an unreliable method at best. Still, the use of such charm provides fascinating insight into the blend of religion, symbolism, and superstition that characterized ancient Roman efforts to influence matters of the heart. The Love Potion. The love potion, made of a fingernail fragment, apple seed, blood, semen, and hair of a dead man, is an example of an ancient Roman spell that appears to draw heavily from the magical traditions of the ancient Egyptians, a civilization with which the Romans had extensive contact. This potion was believed to work by harnessing the properties of its various ingredients, each chosen for its symbolic or magical significance. The fingernail fragment and hair of a dead man were likely included due to a belief in sympathetic magic. By using parts of a deceased individual, the spell aimed to make the target dead or submissive to the caster's desires. The apple seed, meanwhile, may have been chosen for its association with fertility and abundance. The blood and semen added another layer of complexity to the potion. Blood was often seen as a life force, and semen was associated with virility. By combining these, the spellcaster was likely trying to imbue the potion with a potent life-giving energy that would make them irresistible to their desired partner. Ancient Egyptian writing, such as hieroglyphics and symbols, would likely have been used in the casting of the spell, given their influence on Roman magical practices. Hieroglyphs related to love, desire, and control might have been invoked to enhance the power of the position. However, the use of such a potion came with significant risks. The inclusion of bodily fluids and parts from a dead individual could have resulted in the transmission of diseases or infections. There was also a risk of poisoning, especially if the potion was ingested. Additionally, the ethical and spiritual implications of using parts of a deceased individual in a spell were significant, with the potential for invoking curses or negative spiritual consequences. The use of such a potion highlights the lengths to which individuals in the ancient world were willing to go in their pursuit of love. Despite the risks and potential consequences, these spells and potions underscore the universal human desire to seek control over such an unpredictable and powerful emotion. Dove's Heart. The use of a dove's heart pierced with a bronze needle and buried under the doorstep of a lover is an example of a more macabre love charm from ancient Roman culture. This spell was believed to work by connecting the physical heart of the dove with the metaphorical heart of the desired person. Doves in many ancient cultures, including Rome, were symbolic of love, peace, and devotion. By piercing the heart of a dove, a bird associated with love, the person casting the spell was likely trying to metaphorically pierce the heart of their beloved, kindling their affection. The use of bronze for the needle was probably not incidental. Bronze was widely used in ancient Rome and had strong connections with the divine, often being used for statues of gods or important ritual implements. Ancient Roman art and coinage often featured doves. Frescoes from Pompeii show doves in various settings, while some Roman coins depict doves alongside figures of deities, particularly Venus, the goddess of love. Bronze needles, while not typically featured in art, were common tools in ancient Rome, used for everything from sewing to medical procedures. However, this spell raises significant ethical and environmental concerns. From a modern perspective, the killing of a dove for the purpose of a love spell is a clear case of animal cruelty. In terms of environmental impact, the act of burying animal remains could potentially attract scavengers or spread disease. The use of a bronze needle, while not environmentally damaging in itself, does raise issues about resource use and waste, especially if the needle was discarded after the spell. The use of this spell provides a stark reminder of the ways in which cultural practices and ethical standards can evolve over time. While this ritual might have been accepted in ancient Rome, it highlights the lengths to which individuals would go to secure love and affection, even if it meant harm to other living beings. Now that we have delved into the intriguing world of ancient Roman love charms, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Is there a particular charm that you found especially surprising or interesting? How do you feel about the potential risks and ethical considerations associated with these practices? As we reflect on these rituals from the past, it's fascinating to consider how they contrast with modern methods of attracting love and affection. Please share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. We greatly appreciate your engagement and look forward to reading your insights. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the past.